So, Word of God for 17th March is from the book of Ezekiel, chapter 47, verses 1, 9, 12, and John chapter 5, verses 1 to 15. The river from the temple. The man brought me back to the entrance to the temple, and I saw water coming out from the threshold of the temple towards the east, for the temple faced east. The water was coming down from under the south side of the temple and to the south side of the altar. Then he brought me out through the north gate and led me around the outside to the outer gate facing east, and the water was trickling from the south side. As the man went eastward with a measuring line in his hand, he measured off 1,000 cubits, then led me through the water that was ankle deep. He measured another 1,000 cubits and led me through the water that was knee deep. He measured off another 1,000, led me through the water that was up to the waist. He measured off another 1,000, but now it was a river that I could not cross, because the water had risen and was deep enough to swim in a river that no one could cross. He asked me, Son of man, do you see this? Then he led me back to the bank of the river. When I arrived there, I saw a great number of trees on each side of the river. He said to me, this water flows towards the eastern region and goes down into the Araba, where it enters the Dead Sea. Where it empties into the sea, the salty water there becomes fresh. Can you imagine? Swarms of living creatures will live wherever the rivers flow. There will be large numbers of fish because this water flows there and makes the salt water fresh. So where the river flows, everything will live, Fruit trees of all kinds will grow on both banks of the river. Their leaves will not wither, nor will their fruit fail. Every month they will bear fruit, because the water from the sanctuary flows. Their fruit will serve for food, and their leaves will serve for healing. The healing at the pool of Bethsaida at John 5. Sometime later, Jesus went up to Jerusalem for one of the Jewish festivals. Now, there in Jerusalem, near the ship gate, is a pool which in Aramaic is called Bethesda, which is surrounded by 5 covered colonnades. Here a great number of disabled people lie, the blind, the lame, the paralyzed. One who has been there had been an invalid for 38 years. Imagine. When Jesus saw him lying there and learned that he had been in this condition for a long time, he said to him, Do you want to get well? Sir, the invalid replied, I have no one to help me in the pool when the water is stirred. While I am trying to get in, someone else goes down ahead of me. Then Jesus said to him, Get up, pick up your mat, and walk. Were the words of Jesus to him. So Jesus is asking you this same question today. And at once the man was cured. He picked up his mat and walked. The day on which this took place was a Sabbath day. And so the Jewish leaders said to the man who had been healed, It is the Sabbath. The Lord forbids you to carry your mat, the law. But he replied, The man who made me well said to me, Pick up your mat and walk. So they asked him, Who is this fellow who told you to pick it up and walk? The man who was healed had no idea who it was, for Jesus had slipped away into the crowd that was there.
Later, Jesus found him at the temple and said to him, "See, you are well again. Stop sinning, stop, or something worse may happen to you. Stop sinning, or something worse may happen to you." The man went away and told the Jewish leaders that it was Jesus who had made him well. So, viewers, be blessed.